Saturday, and it's time for uh, some Djruthourhi time. Couple announcements beforehand. We will be having a holiday D&D stream with Okami and the group over there at Adventurers Anonymous. That'll be tomorrow on Sunday at about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looking forward to that. See what she's got planned for the group. Also, your Djruthourhi crew will be having the next 2 weeks. We will not be having a game on Saturday due to Christmas and then again New Year's. So we're going to be taking 2 weeks off after this, and then on the 7th of January we will be back in full swing. But we'll be doing our own holiday session with one of our friends as DM. We call him Vex. He'll be doing that for some of our old characters from back when this game first started, because we have been going for 6 years now, something like that. 7 maybe.
I lose track.
It's a long time.
I was looking.
So if you weren't here last week, the YouTube channel is up and running. Duo Gaming at YouTube has all the previous episodes of D&D plus some game streaming just for fun. Also, we are working on perhaps doing a contest in the community. I'm going to get that up and running. We had kind of played around with the idea a while ago. We got these cute little... where are they? I don't know where it's at right now. But it's a cute little dice bag, handmade, that looks like a potion bottle, and a little dragon that goes with it. It holds about 35 to 40 dice, depending on standard size or whatnot. So it's a cute little bag. Thinking about doing some kind of maybe artwork, or maybe like write up backstory for a town, something like that. I have some ideas I'm throwing around, and sometime over the holiday I'll get the crew here to vote on it, and we'll get it out to the public. I don't think I have any more announcements. Would any of our players like any personal announcements? Quick personal announcements, anyone?
I'm good. Subscribe and like us.
Sorry.
Subscribe.
I think Twitch calls it follow.
Yeah, we'd appreciate it if anyone listening who isn't following already could follow and share it with your friends if you like. We would love to grow this channel and this community around it.
Thank you.
Yes, this is true.
What?
We have a goal of 50 before the new year. Hopefully we can make that. We're about 18 away, so family, friends, you're going to be seeing a lot of them this week. Say, hey, if you love me, follow this channel, show some support. No, don't blackmail your family. That's terrible. Unless you want to do it, then it's okay.
Do it anyway. Be a rogue. Do it. Be a rogue. Do it. Who's gonna stop you? Yourself? Do it.
You're a paladin. You're a good paladin.
Shh, I was a rogue first.
And then your rogue was eaten by a giant toad and you
I'm
died.
not gonna talk about the giant frog.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, that's how her first character died.
We're
Yeah,
not
I
talking
wrote
about
a
it.
beautiful eulogy and everything.
I
You
told
did?
you about that when you asked me to recap you.
You saw the eulogy. You laughed.
I'm sorry, I'm forgetful, remember?
Yes, I know, my love.
The ceiling, and our party became that little bit louder.
I think the worst part was that before that happened, she was like almost eaten by an electric snake or something and shot in the face with a lightning bolt.
Saren was eaten by that snake.
So is Lavera.
And Saren almost got ice breath to death.
If it is not friendly, why is it friend-shaped?
It's just not friend colored. That's what it was.
At least no one has been eaten by a dragon like Cluck Cluck was.
Very true. Very true.
Granted, I was spit out, but that was not a fun experience.
I had to make sure he asserted dominance and that you knew your place.
Sure.
Sarah told him.
Had to teach the rest of the party a lesson. That's what it was.
Okay, yeah, maybe that. Because that terrified that rogue. I mean, what? Rogues aren't scared of anything.
Okay. All right. So, with that, let's get into the game. The lands of Djruthourhi were once prosperous and peaceful. The dragon gods were adored and worshipped by all as they ruled the skies and grazed upon the land. The Draconian era lasted for 5,000 years of relative calm until one day when the dragon gods answered prayers no more. Our group is the Lights Gambit. They are currently in the town of Pav. Currently on a quest to seek out some ancient artifacts called the Keys of Turnok. These Keys of Turnok have something to do with these strange beings that attacked the capital city of Daibido. Having stolen one of the keys, one of three, our group is on the lookout to try and find where the other two may be, following a lead of an archaeologist that is in a dig in the south of the continent. While in Pav, they came upon a festival to a sylvarie dragon who possibly lives in the lake. Settling down for the night, ready to spend the night in this new town, they find a good time in drinking competitions and arm wrestling matches, and even an old acquaintance, not on the friendly side, turns out to have been stationed down here as sort of a punishment, and had delivered a letter from the captain of the guard, Jessamine Swain, detailing some plot and other information for the party members. Our ranger and our warlock, Hawks and Kalen, decided to teleport back to Daibido City to speak with the captain.
Cleric as well.
And the cleric as well. You're correct, Kyrie. Decided to teleport back to Daibido City to speak with the captain of the guard all on their own. And hopefully able to get back without a problem. That's where we're going to pick up tonight. We are going to open up in the Djruthourhi, or not the Djruthourhi. We're going to open up in the Daibido map. So you're teleporting to the Adventurers Guild, correct?
We teleported into the Adventurers Guild and walked over to the table where Jessamine was interviewing the new Magister, Faint Edge.
Yes. And then separated from that to speak to Jessamine privately, correct?
Yes. And we were headed towards the rooms that we had stayed in previously.
Okay.
Also, we all managed not to punch Faint Edge in the face, which I think is an achievement worthy of a level up.
Like this would have failed.
No, inspiration.
Inspiration, at least.
So, as Jessamine Swain walks with you all, away from the new Magister's office and back to some of the familiar temporary housing rooms that the guild keeps, she steps inside and takes a seat on the large table in the center of the room, waiting for you all to enter. Well, y'all know I did not expect y'all to be coming back so quick. Did you find anything down there?
We haven't yet gotten to any of our destinations. There is something that we thought we should report back to you in person about.
All right, well, spit it out. What is it?
Kaelin grabs a leaf out of her pocket and starts drawing on it. It looks kind of like this, drawing a bad representation of the monsters that we faced in Redbridge.
She takes it carefully in her large hand and kind of folds it up and looks at it this way and that way and squints a little at it and decides to set Hammerthus to the side. What on earth did y'all run into down there?
I don't know what exactly it is, but I'm going to have nightmares for the rest of my life from it.
Yeah, pretty.
They burrowed into people and then kind of gestated, sort of like a parasitic wasp, if you've ever seen one of those.
Well, I can't quite say that I have, but I think I'm getting the picture. Is there anything left of the town? You said this was in Redbridge, right?
There's still a town there. People as well.
Still a town and people.
We did blow up a large section of the mine to trap them in. Controlled explosions.
No offense, but with y'all, I kind of doubt that.
We weren't the ones who set the explosives. There were mine engineers to do that for us.
All right,
Yes,
as long as that little gnome ain't the one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was a big no-no. Don't worry.
Well, did y'all have anything else? I mean, you couldn't have just came out here to send that.
Caitlin looks
Over at Hawks.
Well, I just wanted to apologize.
Apologize for what there, sugar?
For all the trouble we've caused. And I wanted to see if I could take you out to dinner.
You see her demeanor change a little bit, but give me a charisma check there, Hawks.
Oh no. Charisma caster. This should be easy.
I'm getting my character sheet out again. Hold on.
Kaylin thinking about the state of the establishments in this area is like, Harry, am I gonna have to cook them dinner? Oh,
Oh.
Give her the eyebrow wiggle.
It doesn't work.
Well, now, as flattered as I am, I mean, y'all are on kind of a time constraint, ain't you? I mean, as fun as it would be, I just don't think there's time enough to. I mean, not yet.
we have until midnight.
Yeah, but
I understand.
I wasn't expecting y'all, and I mean, I have business. I mean, we had the swearing in, and then I gotta go make a report and make sure there's some kind of public notice written up. I mean, there's a lot of work to get done. I tell you what, I'm not gonna tell you no, but it's gonna have to be a rain check.
I can accept that.
And after all, even though I did forgive you for the whole, we'll just say, untasteful magic deal don't mean you're completely in my good graces now.
Gotta try harder, sugar.
Ox is just trying to hide his disappointment as best as he can.
What was that?
Give me a deception check then.
Oh,
God damn it.
why we gotta kick the puppy more, Doomer? Why do we gotta kick the puppy further? What the fuck?
The deceptive fish.
Alrighty then.
She
I
kind of
love
looks him over.
Malagos's reaction.
And give me a perception check too, Hawks.
Oh,
Hawks, you notice just at the corner of her cheek
I'm
a
sorry,
little...
that was the wrong roll. It was persuasion.
Oh, yeah, that is the wrong roll.
Doesn't
Hawks,
matter.
you notice just at the corner of her cheek the smallest little glimpse of kind of a affectionate smirk. And she reaches up to brush a couple of the dark braids behind her ear before she starts to stand up. Well, personal matters aside and all, was there anything else you were putting in? Well, before you say anything else, was there any questions y'all had about the letter I sent? I'm assuming it got to you.
What was on the letter?
Galen?
We did have a question. Anyone write it down?
I have it. Okay. I will send it to... You know what? I'm going to send it to Hawks and let him read it.
I did not write it
Okay.
down.
Do you not want to read it? You want me to send it to someone else?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think Kaylin was already holding it. But Hawks can definitely read it. Have Kaylin hand it over.
Well, this is just for you guys to remember, and this isn't like in character, but there it is.
Yeah, sorry. In preparation for investigation of the house of the address that you provided, we sent a small... What?
Battalion?
Oh, no, I thought someone was trying to speak.
No, you're good.
Okay, we sent a small battalion of Kingsguard to keep watch on the area. However, as they watched the house overnight, the house and all of its contents seem to have vanished. The difficult part of the investigation came after, where upon investigating and interview of the neighbors of the establishment, we found out that only about half of them could remember a house ever being there whatsoever. With these findings probably not being exactly what you have envisioned, this letter comes at a bit of a disappointment, I'm sure. However, what we found is that there is some connection to hag magic. I have sent with this letter a request to the garrison in Pav to assist you in any further local investigations that may come about. I wish your group the best. Good luck in your search. Please be sure to report as often as you are able to. P.S. Please tell Hawks he is forgiven. Signed, Captain Justine Swain of the Imperial Guard.
Okay. Very good. That recap given, was there questions you had for Jessamine at this time?
No, I don't think so. Can anyone else remember anything?
No, and I don't know if we really need any aid at this time.
All right then.
I
Well,
can't.
I'm sorry we couldn't find more about the place. I mean, it's still not there, if you get what I'm saying. Still not there. But if that changes, of course, we'll send y'all another letter, since we do know where you're headed. You guys said you were here till midnight? Why so late?
Kyrie and I wanted to have a walk in the park.
Oh. Okay. Well, far be it from me to stop two law-abiding citizens / heroes from enjoying the sights and sounds of our capital city here. If y'all don't need nothing else from me, I'll be headed out to the cathedral to meet with her divine speakerness. Lovely. Joy to everyone involved.
Okay, Kalen kind of like stares at the floor, looks up at Hawks, looks at the ceiling, stares at the floor.
What are you doing, Kaylin?
It's just
It's just. It's just what?
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
nothing, mate. You're good. Aren't you supposed to be some smooth talking, silver tongued, like?
Not all the time, it seems.
Jessamine kind of picks up her weapon, looking you all over for a moment, and like sidesteps slowly around you, almost as if giving you guys a chance to say anything else as she makes her way to the door.
We'll see you later, Jessa.
Harry elbows Hawks.
I would like to say maybe you and I could take at least a walk, catch up. Anything?
Well, I mean, I guess taking a walk out to the cathedral wouldn't be slowing me down, since I am headed that way anyway, but yeah, I guess if you really want to give your two friends some private time, that'll be fine. That'll be fine.
Kalen just quietly creates a flower using prestidigitation and hands it to Hawks.
Oh, by the way, I did get you these nice flowers.
I should make you do a deception check.
Do it.
God damn it!
Do it.
Yeah, you know what? I am going to.
Oh,
Sleight of hand at
no.
least, maybe? How sneaky are these two fuckers? I hope you all
And
know
if
I
Kalen
have-
is trying to hide slipping that flower, yeah, Kalen's gonna need a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand, yeah.
I hope you all know I'm screaming internally on the inside.
10 and 11.
Oh, dumb.
I will, before that happens, I would like to say also that Justine, you are very, very, beautiful and exotic.
Can we get another deception check?
Damn! Ah!
She kind of quirks an eyebrow a little bit,
Oh,
and
no.
taking her hammer in one hand, you watch as this massive violet crystal weapon just kind of shrinks
The
down almost to the size of like a gavel, and she tucks it into her belt. And she's kind of looking at Kyrie for a moment, since Kyrie's not involved in this. Kyrie, you can tell she's like questioning, like, do they really think that I didn't just see this one make the flower and this one try to pass it off as
He kind of gives a knowing look, just like kind of shrugs, like,
she kind of rolls her eyes and reaches out and grabs Hawks's shoulder and just like yanks him out of the room, unless Hawks would like to fight such a thing.
Why would Hawks want to fight back?
Okay. Why would Hawks?
Let's go!
I don't know. Maybe you like to wrestle her a little bit. I'm keeping it
my
PG.
gosh.
Come on.
Let's go, swimmer boy, she says. Alright, first of all, we're gonna... Kaylin and Kyrie, what is it you'd like to do as Hawks and Jessamine leave from the Adventurers Guild?
we're just gonna walk around that park.
Just around the
Okay.
park?
But as they leave the room, Kaylin's gonna like let out a sigh and just like, how did that ever start happening?
I don't know.
Okay, so when you guys do your walk in the park, it is kind of late. There's not a whole lot of people out. It seems the festival has ended. The crowds of visitors to the city have kind of lessened. The city's calmed down a bit from whenever you were here last time. The park itself, you see a couple small groups of people walking, a couple people maybe going to work, coming back from work. But mostly the park is vacant.
Is there a lemonade?
No, it's nighttime. Give me a perception check, both of you, though.
How's your brothel doing?
How's our brothel doing?
I was thinking about that.
Yep, and Kyrie, you actually noticed that where along the edge of the park, along the streets that circle the park, there was once this kind of old, run-down bit of a building. And there's actually new construction.
Huh.
I mean,
There's some new construction over there.
it's only been a few days.
Yeah.
Do you think our friend is up to her entrepreneurial ways?
I sure hope so.
This town could use something like what she could offer.
Yeah. I think she'd do really well.
And it's right across from the Divine March as well.
Perfect.
I don't think they like their sexy new neighbors.
Your guys' walk is fairly uneventful within the capital city. There are Imperial Guards and Divine March soldiers that are still wandering the streets after the explosion. Everything seems to be fairly safe. You do notice here and there, maybe once or twice, a shadowy figure back in an alleyway, but they dare not venture out into the light with so much security wandering around the city these days. So yes, you guys get to enjoy your walk and your time together within the quiet cityscape, and perhaps
Hey.
even find a small little pastry shop just getting ready to close that maybe fill your sweet tooth if you like.
Kaelin would absolutely buy pastries.
I'm afraid to
Even
ask
buy
how
enough to
many.
bring back.
Galen has a limit on how many.
Like a dozen or two, maybe.
Enough to
Bring
share
it back
with
for
the
the
whole
breakfast
group.
for the party.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd bring back breakfast for the party, seeing as we're not getting muffins.
I have
Breakfast?
to wonder though, are you still carrying that pot, Kaylin?
Yeah, I left it at the Adventurers Guild.
Okay. Somewhere safe.
If the pot goes missing, I still have a familiar location.
Fair.
Well, these pastries are, baked this morning, so they're not the freshest, but they do have something new on the shelf. These small, cube-like cakes covered in chocolate that they're calling kobold cakes.
I'd try that.
Did you get these shipped in from the other continent?
Well, I can't be giving away our secrets. It just we got them from some way or another, and thought we'd see how they sell. You have to tell us if you like them or not.
I will buy 5. I hear they're good for taming horses.
5.
5 kobold cakes, yes.
They're so tiny.
15?
How about 5 dozen?
Sure.
Well, we don't even know if we like them yet.
He quickly bags up 5 dozen into a little cheesecloth sack and hands them over to Kaylin. That'll be 5 silver, please.
I hand over a gold piece.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Do you want change?
No. I'm all good. Kaelin takes one of the kobold cakes out and pops them into her mouth.
Tastes like blueberries.
Mm.
So how are they?
This one tastes like blueberries. No, I'm pretty sure it was yellow.
Huh. I take one and try one.
Tastes like honey and caramel.
Oh wow, mine's like honey and caramel. This is delicious.
And as the two of you enjoy your cobalt cakes for a limited time only here in Divido City, we will slide across town to the darkened city streets where a rather tall, armored woman and a more thin-framed sea elf walk along the night streets. You're not getting a cold, are you?
I don't know, honestly. It's a little chilly out here for me.
Really? I would have thought the ocean was much colder than this.
We live near volcanic vents.
Really?
You should see the way I grill a fish.
You grill fish on the vents?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Delicious.
I never was much of a eater of fish, but you know, a good chicken or a pheasant. I love me some fowl.
Chicken sounds really good too.
Well, maybe the next time y'all are up here, uh, maybe we'll have another feast like we did that first day.
That sounds like fun.
So, your two friends there, they ain't very subtle with their hints, are they?
Whatever do you mean?
Oh, come on now, sugar. She kind of stops for a moment and looks at you. Listen, I may be all big and strong like that, and I may not talk as pretty as some of these others in this city, but I ain't no dummy.
I may have come back because you said you forgave me and was hoping to hit things off.
Well, you know, we weren't too bad at hitting it off before. Of course, that was until you started keeping things from being said or explaining exactly what you might be able to do in a fight. You know how dangerous that is, not knowing what your party members are capable of?
Most of my party is fully aware of what I can do.
Yeah, well, problem was, y'all was working with me. And I told y'all from the beginning that, you know, I don't play like that. You think I was really gonna arrest one of the Lights Gambit for practicing some magic that the divine oratory has pretty much outlawed?
Well, thing is, I'm a lot newer than everybody else and still getting used to how famous they are.
Yeah, well, I could see that. And she starts walking again.
I walk along with her.
You know, Hawks, I don't normally open up that well to others, especially around here, you know, my position and all. But there was something about just how you carried yourself that first day that made me think twice.
Oh?
Yeah. I mean, don't know what you saw after I threw your friend there halfway across the city, but she seemed to get up all right.
Very true. Well, like I said, I understand that up here, these kind of powers are not, they're very frowned upon, but for my life and my people, it's more of a normal thing. It doesn't make us evil per se, but it's really just our way.
Well, see, I get that. And my mama used to tell me that those powers, they weren't so frowned upon really back in the day. I mean, there was all kinds of pacts going on with different dragon deities and other strong powers out there, but once the divine oratory came in to kind of fill in the gaps, they didn't really like anybody seeking power from somewhere else.
I've kind of noticed that. Is that what the Divine March pretty much is?
Well, the Divine March is basically like the... You know how here in the capital we have the Imperial Guard to take care of all the security? Well, the Divine March does the same thing for the Divine Oratory. They're all religious, it's all the part of the same religious sect. It's just the Mach is their foot soldiers, and the oratory is the religion and the church itself, all headed up by her big-headedness, the divine speaker.
Big headedness is alright.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't say that too loud. I shouldn't have said it out loud to begin with.
nope. Won't say it to anyone else. It's just between you and me.
You know, the emperor and everything, he seems to think that the people need some kind of faith to follow since the dragons left. I'm not so sure. I don't quite agree with some of what the speaker is up to, and I don't quite agree with some of the ways they run things, but I mean, people gotta believe in something out there, I suppose.
I can understand that too. I mean, granted, I worship the mighty Ixen, but everyone's got to believe in something.
And see, that one's a name I ain't heard since I was a pup.
Yeah, well, there are other gods, and so because people worship those gods, I must respect them and what they believe in. But I was also taught that Ixen created everything, including those gods. So, I mean, it's just how my life is. He
Yeah,
provided me with powers.
Ixen created the dragons, created the world.
The beautiful ocean.
I grew up on the ocean, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I was found adrift on some far off wave, and some privateers hauled me up on board and dried me off, and started working my way back to shore from there. But you know, it doesn't quite leave your blood whenever you step on land.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of nearly exactly how I met Kaylin and Kyrie.
Oh, really?
Washed
Small
up on
world.
the ocean.
Well, you ought to stick with them two. Seems they ain't led you astray yet. And
They're good people.
she kind of smiles when she says that.
Hawks just kind of blushes a little, getting a little shy.
And it's about that time that you realize that you two are standing at the bottom of the steps of the Grand Cathedral.
I'm imagining that Kyrie and I are just peering over one of the hedges eating kobold cakes.
Stalkers.
Well,
You
listen,
don't see us.
Hawks.
Shush.
I better get in here and meet with the speaker. It is getting kind of late tonight, and Mom always said nothing good ever happens past 3 a.m.
I get that. So, I guess I better meet up with my friends.
Listen, you need anything, you let me know.
I will keep that in mind. You do the same with me.
Don't go dying out there. You guys are headed into a bad part of the world.
Can Kaelin yell something from the hedges?
I mean, if that's actually where you guys are.
Kyrie? Would that be where we are?
I mean, it can be, but Kyrie would stop you from yelling.
You just hear a strangled cry.
What was that?
Jess has already pulled out the gavel-sized hammer as it expands rapidly.
Oh no.
I'm starting to make a little bit of a stance like I'm about to cast a Eldritch Blast somewhere.
Well, we have seen that.
Um,
Run away silently.
Kaelin's gonna...
It's probably just some Warpletinger or something out there. Damn things pop up like rats in the sewers.
Damn pests.
Well, hey, you better get back to your friends. Not just these
All right.
ones here, but the ones down there. And, just watch out for each other, right?
Alright. You be careful up here. I have to let you know that Faint Edge, he is really suspicious. Just something about him does not feel right. Just keep an eye on him.
She kind of nods. Yeah, he got my tail twisted too. Don't worry.
Alright. Have a good one.
She leans down then, not giving Hawks a chance to walk away, and just kisses him on the forehead before turning and walking up the steps.
Ah.
Hawks just turns purple. Because that's how he blushes.
These first kids.
And walks away. It's just like, yes!
To the church like questions.
Is this a who's the Prime Minister from Love Actually?
Grant.
Is this a Hugh Grant dance scene moment?
Random bard walking home trying to learn how to play a new song.
By our bush.
I'm walking on moonlight.
Hawks is actually walking by your bush.
As soon as he pops out and we see Jessamine is in, Harry will pop out and be like, "Oh, good job! I saw that."
Kaelin's just gonna be leaning on the bush. So, how was your walk?
Suddenly, Hawks is turning even darker purple than before. I learned some things about Jessamine, and she learned some things about me.
Good.
Uh-huh. Were you two watching us?
No.
We saw you just like a couple minutes ago when we're watching as you guys got to the building.
We were already in these bushes.
Okay, sure. I totally believe that one.
You want one of these? And I hand him one of the kobold things, cakes.
What are these?
Just try it. Each one's a different flavor.
I try it.
Honey and salted caramel.
Oh, this is good.
Right?
And
Delicious!
with the tasting of the kobold cakes, we will zoom out from Diabedo City back to the Charendel region.
Good.
It has been since they left. Well, is there anything you guys would have liked to have done right as they left?
I paid for everyone's drink. I called last call who wants a drink. And
You
paid for
did.
free
You said
drinks
it
for
last
15 minutes. I said I'll pay for everyone's drink for the next 15 minutes, and I just watched chaos descend onto the bar.
Yes.
Really?
The dwarf was not very happy with you. First of all, she kind of glares at you every spare moment she has, which is not very many.
You should probably double the amount that you paid as a tip.
I'm gonna stand on top of the bar, like in a quiet corner, like in a corner of the bar. Do you want some help? I can be a bartender.
Nah, you done enough. You done enough.
You're getting business and money. How is this not good for you?
She just kind of rolls her eyes and walks away as she fills drinks.
I'm gonna walk back to the bar and go, what's her problem? Aren't bars meant to make money?
You swamped her.
That's the
Look how many
fault, not my fault.
You're the one who called last call for 15 minutes. You'd pay for everyone's drink. Jeez, what woman?
I offered to help. She didn't want my help.
You could have just given her the money and said, hey, anyone who orders a drink for the next 15 minutes, here's the change.
Yeah, but they were going to kill us after what Kaylin said, so...
Oh yes, you have totally diffused that tense situation.
And I've infused it with alcohol. Given cranky people alcohol.
I'm not going to say much more. Just, you know what?
The next 15 minutes are oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Was that your first time drinking, by the way?
I've never gotten drunk before. Except for when we were in the capital and I drank whatever that awful blue stuff was.
I don't remember what the blue stuff
Did I
was,
win?
but
Is that how drinking games won? I win?
No. You went out first. You lost.
Aww.
Terribly.
How does one get better at drinking games? I shall get better.
You drink more.
You cheat by adding water to the drink so you can drink more. That is
You
how
do
you
that in a game with me, and I will make sure you regret it. I won't heal you from the drunkenness next time.
You don't wake up feeling fine after you've gotten... Malagos, keeping in mind the only 2 times Saren has passed out from alcohol is she was woken up by you healing the hangover. Saren's never had a hangover. So Saren says, so you don't wake up feeling fine? That's what happens whenever I wake up.
That's because I heal you with magic.
So what happens normally?
You sleep it off, you wake up with a killer hangover in the morning, and your head feels like someone is taking daggers and stabbing every part that they can. The light is terrible, sounds even worse, and you feel like you're dying.
So it's like living in, what's that place called? Night Rest.
I don't know. I've never been there.
We're gonna zoom away from these two and check at the corner of the table on a little gnome and what he's doing.
Lanyard is currently just talking to a stranger and he goes, and he just keeps talking about Ixon, and I swear I will burn him. I will make him into calamari. It's crazy. It's a fish who likes another fish who created the world. It's just crazy. But anyhow, I can blow up the entire city with this device that I made.
You have found to talk to a young looking elf male that is probably 6 out of 10 sheets to the wind with alcohol. And he is just engrossed on every word this small little funny man says.
Oh no.
I like your words, funny man.
Oh, you should have to hear about that all the time. That's ridiculous. And And wait, what? What does that thing do? He's so shiny.
I think Lanyard just puts it in his bag of holding. I was like, it doesn't matter. But listen, I can make potions. Would you like to try one of my potions?
Oh no.
You make
Oh, God.
potions. I had a
You make
potion once. It made me fly for like 10 minutes. Not
once
not
made
like feel like fly, like actual feet off the ground.
Interesting. I wonder if I can make that. Do you remember the recipe?
I didn't make it. I only tasted it.
What did it taste like?
Bubbles.
Bubbles. Lanyard is going to quickly browse the table for anything that might taste like bubbles.
Anything that might taste like bubbles.
Yes, he's just using whatever this person is telling him it tastes like to try to replicate it with his alchemy kit. So he's gonna take out the alchemy kit, look for anything that might look like bubbles, and use leftover stuff that he has to try to replicate this wonderful potion of flying.
I mean, it takes like hours to make a potion, but we'll try and do it quick and dirty.
Lanyard does not know this, so it's fine.
Give me a roll with your alchemy set that is modified by your intelligence.
Lanya, don't kill this person, please.
That is not up to me. That is up to the rolls.
That's up to the roll.
Oh no.
I don't have my alchemy
I don't
set
have any more
on
spells
my
to revivify people,
my
sir.
tool stuff. That's interesting.
Just fine then, we'll just have a hangover.
That's no, Saren, no.
I wonder if frogs taste like bubbles, because I definitely have
There.
a frog bile.
Alchemist supply is in there now.
Perfect.
Did you
Okay,
just say
intelligence.
frog bile?
Don't worry about it. It's Lanyard things. You wouldn't understand.
So
No, I would not.
you wouldn't find a recipe for flying potion, but you throw together a few ingredients here and there, and doing it quick and dirty. Let me get my table up here.
Lanya, those are some good rolls.
What can I say? Lanyard is bad at everything except for intelligence.
And strength.
Nope.
Roll
Lanyard is
me.
horrible at
Roll
Oh,
me
sorry, I missed what you said.
2d100s.
There you go, buddy boy.
57 and 65.
So how badly is this guy dead?
Because you killed him.
Also remember, just
That laugh is
I know
terrible.
that it takes a while for brewing of the potions, but Lanyard doesn't know this. Lanyard just recently picked up the alchemy set, and he just thinks putting stuff together is how things work.
Alright, real
Yes,
quick.
I'm gonna read a book.
I'm gonna let you pick the effect this potion has out of the two that you just rolled.
I'm down for it.
You just tell me 1 or 2.
I'm gonna go with 2.
2? Okay.
Yes.
So Lanyard, as you hand over this potion, it's the right color, which is clear. It doesn't have the fizziness or the kind of lightness that the regular potion of flying has. But as you give it over to the man, or the elf, he kind of looks it over and looks at it from the bottom. This doesn't look like what I had before that made me fly. Are you sure you got it right?
You told me it tasted like bubbles. Does that taste like bubbles?
Well, I don't know. I'll have to taste it. And he pops the cork out
Oh, there
and
you
drinks the whole thing.
Bottoms up, friend. Lanyard takes out his book and starts writing down exactly like what he put into it and noting down exactly what he did.
It doesn't taste like bubbles. At least not good bubbles. And
in
you
all
watch.
capital letters he writes, does not taste like bubbles.
And you watch as this thin, very strong smelling substance starts to kind of drip from this man's skin, like almost coming out of his pores, like he's sweating it.
When was the last time you showered?
I had a bath yesterday.
Has that ever came out of your body?
I mean, it just looks like water. I don't know. He sniffs at his hair. Oh, wow! It smells. Oh, it smells like oil from the swamps.
Oil? Leonard keeps jotting down notes. It smells like oils from the swamps. He's gonna like scrape some up into one of the vials and put it away.
Lanyard, you have a vial of a clear substance.
Vial of clear substance.
You know what it does.
Oh, I know what it does, but Leonard does not know what it does.
Yeah, you can label it properly, but no one else knows what it does yet.
Sounds good to me.
Great.
Leonard is alright, so Leonard's obviously worked around certain things, without, I'm not trying to give anything away with it, but would he have a familiarity with that sort of smell?
The crude version of it, probably not in this form.
But it's not like he has absolutely no.
He has a suspicion.
Like similarity to it.
That substance
Like,
technically.
Here, let me send you this message.
Yeah, that substance technically doesn't exist in this world, but the raw form of it does. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to ask without asking.
He would be about
like, you know how
70% sure.
Scent?
Yeah, he would be about 70% sure that it is.
Leonard's gonna go. Just in case. What are you doing for the rest of the night?
Well, I gotta get back to work.
Where do you work?
I look after the shrine of the sylvarie.
I'm sorry. You look after the drawing of the silver lining.
No, the shrine of the sylvarie.
Shrine of the chivalry.
He kind of reaches
Larry
over.
Gets up and goes, I'm over this. I can't understand it," and just walks away.
He passes out on the table.
No, not interested. He goes over to the group and just that guy that's passed out of the table. He says something about working for the drawing of the silver lining or the shrine of the sylvarie. I don't know what's going on, but we should definitely not light matches near him. He smells like he might blow himself up.
What did you feed him, Lan? Like, you are a strange
Nothing.
little...
He's been drinking alcohol the entire time. What are you talking about? I did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I don't
know. Do an insight check.
Insight check. Go ahead, Gar. Go ahead. Deception check on Lanyard's part. Uh-oh.
Also, just remember, Lanyard does not exactly know what it is. So this is just like me just going, I don't know if it smells like he's gonna wake himself up. He's been drinking nonstop, like he's talking about going back to work.
Yeah, but that's to see if you fed him something.
Oh,
so,
okay, yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, Garganoth, you could totally tell. I mean, you've roomed with this gnome enough to know that he's not being completely truthful here.
Garganoth gives Saren like a very subtle nudge and a knowing look, like that's not exactly what happened.
Sarah's gonna smile and like raise her eyebrows like once and like yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Lanyard, what did you give him?
He told me he once had a potion that made him fly and tasted bubbly, so I found bubbly stuff and I gave him that. It did not make him fly.
Can I smell the potion? Sorry, God.
I don't have the
No,
potion.
no, go ahead.
Oh, you don't have the potion.
He drank the potion.
Do you have the vial? Or the beaker?
I'm just gonna look at the table to make sure that the beaker is still there.
It's like teetering on the edge of the table. So close to
He's just
falling
gonna
off.
point at it.
Garganoth is going to start running.
Lanier's making no attempt to save it. He's just pointing at it.
Dexterity check.
Can I help as well? I'm gonna try to catch it too.
You both
Can
race to
Mellinger-
catch the vial.
Can I just try
As they're
to
running-
see if she knows
Go ahead,
what shrine he was trying to say? Does it sound familiar to any of the ones she's heard about?
Give me, I mean, it's technically a history check. And while that's going on, yeah, Saren, while Garganoth gets up and runs along the floor, Saren, like, tiptoes and jumps along the tabletop, not knocking over any glasses, and grabs the vial with, like, the crook of her toes in her shoe and, like, hacky sacks it up into her hand.
Does it smell lethal?
Shit.
And sniff it. Proceeds to sniff it while still standing on the table.
Lanier's just gonna go. It's not lethal. He's still alive. I think he's passed out. He's gonna go back to work.
Lanier, you can tell me what the potion smells like since you know what Lanier put in it.
So knowing what Lanier put in it, you get this hint of almost, I don't know how to describe it in like fantasy terms, but have you ever smelled like nail polish remover?
Oh, acetone.
Yes, exactly. Like you get like this faint hint of like acetone / gasoline / crude oil type of smell. But that's about as much as you can determine, I would assume, because I don't think,
Yes,
like Dumey said, this is not something that's in this world.
Sarah's gonna pull the big well away from it and go, that is nasty.
Lanier's gonna take out the vial and he's like, he also screwed this, but I'm not gonna show it to everybody. So he's gonna put it back into the bag of holding. He's like, this is I still need to do research on that.
What is that?
I don't know. I need to find out.
Is it a bomb?
We can try. Does anybody have a match?
No, Lanyard, no!
He asked.
Lanya, do we want to go like somewhere really quiet outside of the city, light a match, and see what happens?
There are little candle lanterns on the tables.
Lanier's gonna grab a candle lantern.
No, let's do it outside. Let's go somewhere outside of the city.
Is Melios close enough to them?
You all are still at the same table.
No, Lanya, we need
Melios would like to try to pick Lanier up and separate him from the flame.
Well, you're still reaching from the flame.
Lanya, I'm all for experimenting, but I would like to sleep in a bed tonight. Let's not kill anyone. Let's do this
You
outside.
asked a question. This is the way you get the answer.
Yeah,
Outside.
Melios wants to pick up Lanier.
Okay. Lanier, would you like to fight this action?
Lanier is still reaching for the candle and pretending to walk as he's up in the air.
Alright. How do you pick him up, Malagos? Describe this scene.
Melios is basically just gonna pick him up like a football, grab the flame in the other hand, and walk his ass outside.
Sharon follows, clapping her hands, and you're gonna find out what it does. Yay!
It sounds like Malagos is also intrigued.
Garganoth, are you
Garganoth,
going to
Melios does not
follow?
want to get kicked up.
Are you going to follow, Garganoth?
Yes.
Please make fan art of this moment.
Let's go.
Alright.
Just Melios holding Lanier in one arm like a football and the flame in the other hand.
Lanier is like reaching through Malagos, like around her head, just like trying to get the
Dude,
flame.
no, you're like a football. Like, I'm carrying you like a football, not by my head.
Oh, like you're actually
You're
okay.
tucked
okay,
under my arm.
So Lanier's kind of just like reaching across your chest to the other side.
Yeah, good luck. That flame is as far away from you as I can put it. Is
So
there like a
yeah,
safe clearing area to put him
you
that's
just
not
hear
in the
like
middle of
grunts and
town?
whatnot.
well, as you guys go outside, there's still people for the festival. There's some fireworks going off here and there, just little ones. Children dancing with small little colored torches. Some people wearing colorful masks that represent the sylvarie dragon.
Yes.
There's many little festivities going on. Very like down home town and country days kind of thing.
Let's go outside of the town to not cause a mass panic. We bombed the last city we were in. Let's not bomb this one. Let's go outside of the city and see what happens.
We've bombed the 2 last cities we were in.
We bombed both.
Technically,
Reason.
yes, you have.
Let's do it outside of
Malagos?
the city so we're not 3 doors down.
Technically, it wasn't Lanyard, so it doesn't matter.
Malagus would like to find the safest place to put Lanyard down, making sure specifically to keep his ass away from flames.
I did make up a leash for Lanya when we were in the capital. I could put on Lanya's little if you need
And the
me.
moment
Lanyard's
moment
about to
Malagos
douse every single one
finds
of you
a
in this
clearing
flammable
that is
liquid.
safe and away from anyone and away from buildings, aka outside of town, she's going to put Lanyard down, put the candle lantern thing down, and back away. Like 15 steps plus.
Why do I get this feeling you guys don't trust Lanyard?
Abso-fucking-lutely not with flames and
I
things
think-
that you know nothing about.
I think
Lanyard, you may now play with your thing, whatever it is.
I think before
just don't want
disaster
anyone getting hurt.
strikes, before disaster strikes, we're gonna take our little break.
Disaster?
Alright, but while we're on our break, you want to just send me over a character sheet?
And we are back, everyone. Welcome back from the break. Things got pretty crazy here. I don't know about your house. You know, there's a card that I remember from my days of playing the World of Warcraft card game, and it was called the Raid Leader card, and it said, leading a raid is like herding a bunch of cats. But god damn it, they're my cats. And that's how I feel sometimes around here. So, we're outside of Pav,
Yep.
where Malagos has set down Lanyard, accompanied by Saren and Garganoth, and probably Oddstum, because Oddstum has nothing
Ed
else
would be
better.
loving this.
And
They'd
let
be
us
curious.
pick up from where we were. Here we go.
Was Lanyard put down already?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Lanyard was put down, the lantern thing was put down, and Malagos stepped the fuck back.
So Lanyard is gonna be sitting with his legs just spread apart, with the vial to his left, the candle to his right, and he's just gonna be sitting there with his hands on his legs.
Lanya, would you like me to light that from a distance?
No, I'm very interested to see what happens. Thank you.
It's an up close and personal look.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Well,
remember,
so-
I can't revive you.
Well, here it goes.
Oh no, I'm stepping
Okay.
back. Right back.
Okay. Okay. Maybe I don't want to be revived. And then he grabs the potion. He pops the cork.
Saren's
And
hiding.
then he puts the potion back down and holds the cork on top of the fire.
Okay. Describe that again for me.
So he has the vial with the cork on it to seal it.
Uh-huh.
He's going to pop the cork. So he grabs the vial with his left hand. He grabs his right hand, pops the cork, puts the vial back down on the left side of his body, which is away from the flame, and just puts the cork on top of the fire.
Oh, okay. You get an immediate reaction as the flame jumps from the candle of the lantern to the liquid on the cork. And it burns bright, it burns hot, and almost kind of has a blue tint to a bit of the flame. Just a little bit.
And you're just gonna flick the cork forward. Then he's gonna reach into his bag of holding, grab another cork, put it into the bottle, and put the bottle away. And go, we're done.
You know what would be really cool, Lanyard?
What that?
I don't know what you made, but could you make arrows that have that substance dipped on them? That's Saren, you use arrows, right?
Yeah, I do.
Saren could have that liquid. It's already on the arrow. Sets it on fire and shoots something with it.
And
What do you think that would do?
on impact?
You're asking if I am able to make arrows that I just dip in here? You realize I'm a scientist, right? I built a self-walking, self-learning robot that almost killed us.
I'm asking if you think you could do that for the party. That's really useful. Don't know why it
Sure,
goes
but we're gonna
blue.
have to go. We're gonna have to go back to the inn and assert that guy because he sweats it.
What?
What?
The guy with the drawing of silver lining or whatever. Yeah, he sweats this stuff now. So I don't know for how long.
What did you give him?
I made a potion. He asked for a potion that tasted
God.
bubbly. I did not make it taste bubbly, but I thought I made it taste bubbly, and now I have this potion.
No.
Or you can sweat it out. Here, I'll make another one if you want.
No.
The dragon? What?
Let's go get the guy. And then we're taking him to Maligos has seen the shrine in town, right?
You guys haven't seen the shrine yet.
How about fuck, because I can't do anything until you sleep.
That'll be fine. Why is
If
the
he
dragon
sweats the
sweat
stuff,
this
he gets
stuff?
near an open flame. He's gonna kill himself.
He's
He's
just
just gonna.
And just think there's kids wandering around with different colored torches and fireworks going off and
Maligos is visibly stressed.
well, he was passed
We're gonna
out on
get
the
the guy.
table when you left.
I have an idea. What if we put him in the bathtub, but instead of having the bathtub be a bathtub, we seal the drain area so that way no water goes down.
Do you
Then
know
we
if your
collect
potion's gonna
this.
wear off?
I don't know if it's gonna wear off. I don't know when. I don't know if. I don't know how much he's gonna sweat. I don't know if he's gonna be dehydrated when he sweats. I don't even know if he's flammable himself. We should try that. Should we put a torch?
No, we're not lighting this man on fire. We're gonna get the man. I agree. We can put him in a bathtub. Wait till morning. If he's still sweating the stuff, I will try lesser
He might be
restoration.
fire resistant.
Oh, excuse me.
That
We need
thing
to
burned
test it for the sake of science.
We are not lighting the man on fire. I will lock you in a
just-
chest.
What if none of
I
us
will-
lit him on fire, but like the lantern in the bathroom accidentally got knocked into the bathtub? That's not technically
No.
intentionally like.
Lanyard is just slowly pointing at Sarah and going, I like the way you think.
Maligos is visibly disturbed by the both of you and goes, neither of you are going into the bathroom. I will watch him. Lanyard, give me vials to fill for this.
You're just gonna fill the bathtub and then we'll get it from the back.
Fine. But we're waiting till morning. And if he's still sweating it by morning,
As long as he
I will...
doesn't like light a candle or something. Yeah, sure.
There will be no candle lit. But neither of you are going near him.
Maligos, I wouldn't actually kill this person. We gain nothing from killing him.
I wouldn't either, but I just still want to taste if he's flammable or not.
No.
Testing if
My
someone's
potion.
No. We are not testing if a person is flammable. You want to get us kicked out of this town?
He drank the potion. He knew what he was in for.
You said he was drunk, didn't you?
I didn't say anything.
He's drunk. Garganoth, do you have any input?
Do we have any
Malagus
what?
is gonna start heading back in and heading to the tavern.
We don't even know if the guy's still there. For all we know, he could be burning by now.
Malagus visibly steps a little faster.
As
Well,
you,
he's
Hey.
gonna very calmly just walk behind him.
as you make it back to the gentle voice. Wait, it was the gentle voice, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. As you make it back to the gentle voice, the dwarf sees Malagos immediately. Hey! Y'all said you were going to make payment for this, and then you run off.
Sorry, I was keeping one of our people from starting a fire in your tavern.
A fire?
Sarah,
Sarah says,
it's
I'll
fine.
pay. She pulls out her coin purse and runs for the bar.
Malagos looks for this person who is leaking a substance.
Give me a perception check.
Fuck a doc.
Zero.
Oh, shut up.
So Malagos, you look around the tavern, and you look to where the guy was. He's not there now, but there is a nice little like greasy mark where the substance is kind of soaked into the seat and the table where he was laying down face first.
You're gonna see Lanyard just walking up to there with a candle.
What? She's gonna pick him up like football again. Would you stop that?
I wanted to know if it was still flammable after a while.
No, not in the tavern.
Take
Saren,
the table outside.
you owe 96 silver for the
Oh,
drinks.
that's nothing. Jesus. Is there a
With a really sweet smile and try to be really charismatic.
And do what?
Say, I'm really sorry about that. I was just trying to bring business to your lovely bar.
Uh-huh. Well, you did that. Now pay up.
I hand over the 10 gold pieces.
She looks at the 10 gold, looks back at you, takes the 1 gold and leaves the other 9 on the counter.
I'm sorry.
Are you crazy? I take that much gold from you, this place will get robbed before the end of the night.
From who?
Isn't it 10 silver to 1 gold?
That's what I thought.
Oh. Yeah, my math was wrong.
You're
So
thinking
yeah.
100 electrums.
Yeah, so she takes the 10 gold and puts it in the till. Sorry. Ignore the comment before.
We got you.
That's a good.
Okay, let's pause here because enough time has passed in this part of the world for it to be a few hours passing in the Daibudo part of the world. And I think our trio would like to return.
Kaelin,
Yep.
Kaelin hefts the pot and says, "You guys ready to trust me?"
Oh boy.
Oh, I cannot wait for this.
Now, everyone remember, there's no place like home, but we're not trying to get home, we're trying to get to some random town in the middle of some place that we don't know very well. Kaelin pulls out the notebook, looks staring at the page, hefting the pot, thinking about the tavern, says, "Hold on, guys."
Precursor to everyone watching, this notoriously goes very badly for Caitlin.
And now you have to
all the
wonder.
time.
Badly for everybody.
And now you have to wonder when you pissed the establishment owner off, if it was before or after she gave you the pot.
Kaelin has a terrible, terrible thought.
Oh, no.
Give me that
I-
100 roll.
I am attempting to go to a familiar location whilst also using a
That's not a
object
familiar.
linked.
That is not a familiar
Jose,
location.
you
Don't
think
even.
it's linked.
I spent an hour studying it.
Oh, that's right, you did. Oh, thank fuck. Thank.
Let's see how this
That's
goes.
true, he did.
I'd say
We have
that
2 tries.
51. Okay.
So nervous.
Standing there with this large 5-gallon pot over Kaylin's head,
It's shrunk.
the teleport helm's power begins to activate. You get that sensation of being pulled and flying at the same time, and with a boom that kind of makes your ears pop, you find yourself right back where you started.
Kaylin looks around, grabs the nearest person and says, "Am I in Pav?"
Yeah,
Probably must be in there.
yes, you're. Where else would you be?
You have no idea how often I end up somewhere where I'm not supposed to be.
Me just out of curiosity, does that person that he grabbed smell, I don't know, flammable?
No.
No, they smell like.
The
But
question is, did they come back at the right time?
what year is it?
You.
Could we keep this pot and put Lanya in it? Like, if it's a really big pot, could we, like, push it in, like, a red wagon and just wheel Lanya around trapped in this, like, iron pot?
I don't think
I
you
mean,
want to put Ledger in any place that can just, make an explosion even bigger by just pressurizing it. Just let me know.
There is a kind of artificer that basically walks around in a tin can.
Yeah.
This is actually, you know what? I scratch that. Lanier is on board with this idea. Lanier's gonna cut a hole and he's gonna have his little one come out the top and then just be like, dee, 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 dee. It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna turn to Kyrie and Hox and be like, "I did it! I got us back!"
Yeah, you could do it.
Like that? No.
Oh,
No.
is that the Undertaker?
No, there are some bells ringing in the town that you can hear from inside the tavern, and everyone kind of looks up. And a few people actually start to file out.
What's the bell mean? And this is Malagos asking someone while holding Lanyard like a little gnome football.
Still trying to squirm out.
The festival's performance is tonight.
Oh, good. It's those kind
Fun.
of bells. Okay. Malagos is gonna start filing.
Kaylin's gonna look around, looking for the tall, scaly one.
Oh, wait. No. Where's the guy? Is there a trail of little greasy things?
Give me a check for that.
Is that investigation?
Yes, it would be.
Ah!
Looking
Oh,
for a trail.
Malagos, Kaylin is back. Kaylin is good at tracking.
I got this.
Alan doesn't know what we're doing.
Malagos,
Okay. Uh-huh.
looking for the tracks of someone in a crowded tavern is very difficult. And while you do find a little bit of a trail of that similar greasy substance, it heads from where he was straight out the door.
Kaylin.
What?
Malagos is gonna point the greasy substance with her free hand. Go. We need to find this trail to find the guy, cause a certain someone, and she wags her arm up and down while holding Lanyard. Goes, gave somebody a potion, and they sweat this stuff, and it's very flammable. And Malagos looks stressed.
Lanyard stops squirming, looks up at Kaylin, and smiles.
Lanya,
Oh god, this again.
No,
I leave you
Kaylin,
alone.
it'd be very cool for like flaming arrows.
for 4 hours, Then Caitlin's going to hold out her arm, and George is going to swoop down from the rafters. George, we're looking for this. Help me.
Find someone who's sweating this, George.
After you do that check, would I be allowed to try to sleight of hand Lanya free of Malagos?
Strength check that?
That would be. Let's do the survival check from George first.
George is just helping me. So I'm doing the...
So you're doing the survival check.
I also have my favorite enemy is humanoids.
Okay.
Enough. So yes.
Okay. And Saren, that would be first a sleight of hand check with disadvantage.
Bugger.
Do I have to roll against that?
I'll tell you as soon as she rolls.
Oh, you bitch.
Versus Malagos's perception flat.
Fuck.
11.
Could never beat that. There's no fucking way.
So here's the thing. As Saren begins to pull Lanyard out from under Malagos's arm, Malagos isn't completely unaware, but she notices too late, and Lanyard just kind of pops free.
I'm gonna put Lanya on my shoulders and say, this will help you see better. In case your man goes up in smoke.
Lanyard's now looking for smoke.
I was trying to make sure he didn't grab fire.
And so, Kaylin, you as well see the tracks that lead from the tavern, little greasy drips that head outside into the street.
I would like to hurry after them, like getting down on all fours, sniffing at the tracks, having George fly up into the sky and circle around, reporting back to me as I like skitter along the ground.
Malagos is going to attempt to follow Kaylin.
Okay.
And I say attempt because Malagos has never seen Kaylin crawl around on all fours.
So, Kaylin, easy enough with that roll, easy enough to follow. You seem to be moving with the crowd, as there are other people that came from the street that are headed in the same direction you guys are headed.
How packed is the crowd?
It's decent. Everyone seems to be headed off to wherever this performance is.
But people might be bumping shoulders with him.
It's very possible. You haven't found him yet, but I mean, that's a likely story.
Saren says to Lenny, now, if people burn up in smoke and the guards arrive, just don't say anything.
Okay.
I just imagine the entire party like looking around the crowd for this guy and like their attention immediately
A puff
moving
of smoke
over.
in the back.
Yeah, there's a puff of smoke as someone pops like a party popper. There's a flare of like a colorful torch lighting up. There's a little scream of some kid like playing or tripping or something, and everyone's like, "No, what? No, is it on fire?"
No, see, Malagos I think would be a little better. She saw it burn bright blue. So she at least knows to look for that.
Yep.
But anything blue flashing, oh, she's panicking.
Fox is looking everywhere frantically, trying to keep up with everyone, panicking.
Does Hawks
And
even
you're just
know
gonna
what's
see
going
Hawks
on?
and start reaching for the vial.
No,
Does Hawks what?
give you back to Malagos. If you give that vial to Hawks, I will give it back to Malagos.
I'm not
I
gonna
was
give it
gonna
to him.
say
I'm gonna pour it on him. But okay,
Doesn't
fine.
matter. I will give you to Malagos or Faint Edge.
Whatever.
So
Oh my ex. Actually, no, I won't do that.
this
Okay.
well-worn path leads up to one of the hillsides that is next to Pav on the crossroads. And you're following the tracks this direction, Kaylin. And as you all walk with the other crowds, people are talking about, oh, they had such beautiful decorations for the performance last year, and oh, I know the story by heart, and everyone seems to be excited, and there's one little kid that's like, what offering did you bring to the sylvarie? And the other one's like, and you can't really hear what they're saying, but they all seem very excited about it. And as you come up this hill, you eventually come to this beautifully carved and crafted shrine. The shrine itself seems to be carved from almost a coral-like stone. It's got small holes, and in Hawks, you would recognize this stone. It is indeed like from a coral reef. Something you would not see inland this far very much. But the stone is made of different hues. They're kind of faded because they've been in the sun, but you can see the different colors in the different pieces.
Lanier is gonna just poke down at Saren and just say, "This is a reminder. He did say he was going back to work for that drawing of Silverstein or whatever."
Saren tells that to Malagos.
Malagos understand what they're talking about after hearing some of the people talk about the Shrine of Sylvarie.
I mean, it's an easy enough inference to make.
Well, I know
Would
that
you
she's
not make
like
that
half
inference?
also trying to find the person too.
What
so.
your character puts together is up to you.
She's gonna like stop, look at him, and be like, "The Shrine of Sylvarie?"
But he's gonna shrug and just be like, "He said he had to go back to work."
And Malagos is gonna look a little more annoyed and be like, "You gave a random potion to someone who works in a shrine?"
He said it was a drawing of silver lining or a shrine of chivalry. I don't know what either of those things mean, and nor do I care.
Was this man sober?
No.
Didn't ask.
Lanier.
What?
And she's gonna like merely growl at him and like turn around and start like looking more. God, just muttering angry words under her breath.
Do we know what the shrine of silver lining is?
She's asking the closest person. And unfortunately, she's not in like the happiest mood. She's like, "You, where's the Shrine of Sylvarie?"
You're standing. It's right here.
Okay. And trying to find this man.
I don't
Well, at
know.
least we're in the right place. Oh no! She like, oh shit! Sorry, my brain like skipped sentences. You're standing on it.
I'm sorry for
Good.
pissing you off, Malagos.
Good. We're in the right place. And she's gonna say, turn away from the person and start really looking for this greasy man.
Would I
She's on
not
a
notice
hunt.
what he's wearing or anything of the sort? So I can like give a little bit more of a description? Or can I
Well,
just go up to him and said, "Hey, would you like to try this potion?"
I will say this. That probably doesn't matter much, because as you guys are looking around, you do notice that there are 4, like, guard/protectors stationed around the shrine as everyone starts to enter. and they're all wearing these ceremonial, like, glittering silver robes, and they all have these like drapes that kind of cover their face and everything. So they're pretty much covered from head to toe as they carry these shining scimitars on their hip as ceremonial weapons.
Lenier's gonna like bend down still on top of Siren's shoulder, just like bend down and just go, and just give like 2 hard sniffs and just see.
Seren's gonna pull her cloak down her face. So you can't really see Seren's face.
As you guys continue your search, a familiar face comes out in the center of the shrine. And this is Kev Corvus. His casual robes have been replaced. He's wearing a almost dragon scale like pattern that is very well made and detailed, lined with what would almost seem to be like true silver. On the back of the robe are kind of made into the fabric a set of silvery wings that they're not like costume wings, but they're just kind of made into the robe itself. And he wears a kind of a silver coronet that wraps around his head. Not a crown, just a small little decoration.
That looks very expensive.
Oh, it does. It looks very expensive.
Leave it.
Citizens and honored guests here in Pav. Tonight is the festival of the Sylvarie. The one who brought our small, struggling town back from the brink. In a time when small, devil-like creatures were attacking and stealing and sabotaging anything that was crafted or grown with the lands around. It was the Sylvarie that brought peace to our small town and helped to lead the Fae to stem back the threat. It is on this night every year that we give thanks to the Sylvarie, wherever she may be, whether she be sleeping within Drakesong Lake or off somewhere else with the rest of her vanished kin. The performance will begin shortly. We'll ask everybody to just talk among yourselves. The performers are doing some last-minute preparations, and we'll be all with you in just a few moments. And he kind of does a little bow and like spreads his arms out behind him almost to symbolize large wings, and he walks off back into one of the doors of the shrine again.
Kaelin looks at the others and says, I think we need to go talk to Kev.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I doubt that so up here fed him a potion.
We are.
We're not going to mention that. We're just going to say we
solve problems.
We're going to say
just solving a
we
problem.
noticed him.
Lenier's gonna look for the closest person to him and just go, how does this thing usually work? Is there like fireworks? Is there fire? Is there fire?
Kaelin's going to
Who are
quickly...
you asking, Lanier? Sorry.
The closest random person next to me.
Oh.
Just try to like see how the festival or the festivity that's about to happen. Like, what's the normal thing that happens?
Oh, well, it's like a shadow puppet show. The performers, they light a large, like, fire behind the stage, and they project shadows onto this parchment and tell the story of the Sylvarie.
Gotcha. I'm gonna look down to Sarah and go, knowing my luck, the guy who lights the fire behind the stage is gonna be our guy.
Alright. I'm going to put you down, but you are going to stay next to me while we break in and find this person.
Um,
And you're so happy to hear break-in, and he's like, I've never done a break-in.
I'll be doing the breaking in, you'll be doing the quietly following.
Like,
Have
he's
I-
gonna take out his vial and go, and if things go south,
No.
like, he's gonna put it away as well.
We're
So-
very fast.
yeah, we're running towards, if there's a side entrance, a side entrance. If there's not, we're running up on stage.
Okay.
How did all this happen, anyways?
Lanyard. Just Lanyard.
What do you think I do all day? I stop stuff like this from happening.
They're just gonna stop what he's doing, turn around, and start explaining the entire situation to Fox, unless if nothing is happening of urgency.
Let me pause for a moment. And Garganoth, what are you doing while your comrades are having their antics?
I'm probably just joining and watching and having fun.
Okay. Ah, they're all lost. They're all lost. So we have Kaylin looking for a side entrance. Saren keeping Lanyard busy for the moment. The stage has been set up, and so has the large piece of parchment. The fire hasn't been lit behind it yet, so you don't see the shadows or anything like that. And Kaylin, there would be a way to get around back. But as you go to take that way, one of the silver adorned guards actually steps in your path.
What race are they?
You can't tell. They're covered head to toe.
I twist my ring of status and I say, we have something very important we have to do. There is a urgent situation that could endanger lives. We are Light's Gambit, and we need to talk to Kev Corvus, or anyone who's in charge of the ceremony to do with the puppet show.
Oh, well, wait here and I will see if he will...
Don't have much time to wait. This situation is, Kaylin's gonna lower her voice and say, explosive.
Give me a persuasion check.
We tracked him here as well as following the crowd. Yes, persuasion. I can do persuasion.
No. Does anyone want to help with the persuasion?
Okay, Malagos, like, oh god, that's gonna be a misintimidation.
Malagos is a gleaming silver-clad dragonborn.
Malagos is gonna come close and be like, look. And her voice is gonna be loud. She's gonna be like, this is quite literally life or death. You should have. Oh, Malagos should have talked. Oh, Malagos should have done that. Oh, Malagos is very charismatic.
The guard stands firm and says, I will get Kev Corvus and bring them to you. This is
Okay.
a very important part of the festival, and we cannot have it go awry.
Alright,
And
we're about to.
Can Malagos get closer and be like, walk fast?
Yeah,
you want to give an intimidation check?
Remember, if you feel he's gonna walk really slowly.
Saren, you can do that thing with your armor.
It's not very intimidating. Walk fast, please.
Kaylin's just asked Saren to change their armor to
Well-
sneak round the back.
Oh, you're going to try and change it to be like the guards?
Yeah.
Or did you have something else in mind?
Well, have you seen? Are there any other workers that wear anything different that I can see in the temple?
Give me investigation. Or, not investigation, perception. That guard has walked back into the door.
24.
Hopefully quickly.
Saren, you do notice a few what might be priestesses, kind of, or a similar job. They're wearing kind of these flowy gowns that are they're very scant and flowy, with like the gossamer fabric is kind of bunched up to cross over their chest, very much for show and not for practicality.
Sure. Sounds good.
You're gonna go for one of those?
Yep. Sarah's gonna say fearless cactus and sneak in the door.
And that
Stealthily.
leaves Lanyard behind by himself.
No, next to Kalen. I went to a Kalen and Malagros were, and I dropped him off like at daycare and gave him a lecture and said,
Okay.
behave or I will cut you.
I'll blow you up.
Okay,
No.
so as Saren dips in following a few of these attendants / priestesses, Saren, it's easy enough to follow where that one guard that Kalen and Malagos had been speaking with has gone. And sure enough to his word, the guard had went directly to Kev Corvus, who was speaking with some people backstage and just seeming to oversee some things. What would you like to do?
Can I see anyone that looks like they might be not in such a good way? Like,
Give me another
um,
perception
like-
check.
all of the symptoms of drunkenness. Or just not looking too fabulous.
Give me a... Yep. Alright. Saren, taking a look around, doing your best to be inconspicuous. At first, you don't really see anything, but then there's this little, like, clang of something being dropped. And you look off to the corner and you see this elvish male carrying, like, a brass, like, almost dish. And he had dropped it already. And was trying to pick it up.
I am going to run as inconspicuously as possible over to that person and say, hi! I'm gonna go give you a hand. I've got some friends that could help you. Can you come with me for me?
I have to get ready to light the torch.
No. A potion? Do you remember someone gave you a potion?
I mean, I drank a lot of potions at the tavern tonight.
I know you drank lots of potions, but I think a little gnome might have given you a potion.
No, that doesn't ring a bell.
Alrighty, I'm gonna sniff him and see what he smells like.
He smells very much like the smell that you caught from Lanyard's bottle.
I say, okay, you're gonna come with me. We're gonna get you fixed up before you light the big torch, because it would be really bad if something were to happen.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I know I'm a scantily clad gnome. Leave me alone.
Scantily
perception,
clad
Alex.
gnome.
None.
No.
11. He kind of recoils a little bit and pulls away from you. I have a job to do just like you. And I was chosen for this, and I'm gonna do it. Yes, I am.
I'm gonna kick him in the leg and say, you're coming with me.
Ow! That wasn't very nice.
You know, come with me or it's gonna happen again. Let's go, sunshine.
Come, Corvus, she's trying to pull me away. And you see Kev Corvus in his silver dragon scale robe walk over. What is going on here? You miss. You're supposed to be out getting ready for the dance.
He was. Oh, I'm going to say he was given a potion at the temple, and I believe he's flammable.
A potion at the. Why would he
At the
be
bar. At the bar.
Leonis, were you drinking tonight? I know it's the
What?
festival. And the elf kind of turns around. I might have had one or two, but she kicked me. Now, why would you kick him?
Because he was being annoying, and I was trying to do the right thing to stop him from bursting into flames and killing lots of people.
Well, why would he burst into flames? I mean, he just had a little bit to drink. And Kev reaches. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm going to take a strip of his clothing, like pull off a piece of his clothing that was close to his skin,
Okay.
and use my flint and light it on fire.
A distance away from him?
A distance away from him. I'm going to say to Corvus, bear with me. Just give me 30 seconds and just bear with me. And I'm going to light it and see what happens.
Sure enough, as you light that piece of fabric, it burns like a torch.
That is coming out of his skin. If he lights that torch, you're going to have a human candle situation on your hands.
Well, Leonis, you better sit this one out, man.
Take him to. There's a big dragonborn covered in silver outside that can help him.
I think we're just gonna set him aside for now and not have him out in a group of a bunch of people with
Good idea.
torches and fireworks. Now, you should probably go get with the rest of the ladies for the dance number, okay?
Says
No,
and
no.
turns around and goes the other way.
You better...
Fine.
And he kind of ushers you to the right of the stage where there are 5 other women of various races, all dressed the same that has Saren's armor has turned into.
I'm gonna go to one of the girls and say, I don't actually know the dance. I'm a stand-in. I don't know what I'm doing. What do I have to do?
Oh, well, take one of these, and she hands you this long, like, gossamer pearlescent ribbon on a stick. And she says, if you stand in the middle of the line, just follow our lead. We kind of circle around the crowd, and she begins to explain to you what you are to do.
I'm just gonna die.
And we're gonna have fun with this.
Oh no.
So after
Like murder tonight, maybe the night where she's like, right, I'm finished. I'm gonna murder someone.
After speaking with Leonis and having him set aside, Kev Corvus, having already spoken with the guard, comes out the door to find Kalen and Garganoth and Malagos and Lanier.
Oh, thank God.
What else could it be? This has been a disaster so far. Please tell me that this is not another bit of disaster.
No. Well, yes. This flammable situation. Malagos can explain it better than I can.
A man was given a potion. He now leaks a substance, and it is extremely flammable. As in, like...
Let me stop you there.
Oh. And Malagos has
Leotis,
like a hopeful look on her face.
Leotis was already... We had him step aside. One of the dancing...
Oh, my fuck.
The dancing priestesses, they somehow knew, and we have them set aside. But now we have the problem where I need someone that can light the torch on time, and I don't have anybody left. Everybody else has their own jobs, and it's It's got this small
When
little
does the
crawl
torch need to be lit, and how does it have to be lit?
in like 3 minutes, but it's got this small little space, and Leonis was the only one that had the hand small enough to fit inside.
Lanyard.
Lanya.
Malachus is gonna look
Yes.
for Lanyard.
Pick up Lanya by his backpack and raise him out of the
Lanyard,
crowd.
do you want to light something on fire when you're given the signal?
Yes.
That would
Kev,
be
this is your
perfect. Bring
man.
him in. Kev Corvus says, bring him in.
Can we come with him?
Yes,
You
yes, I
reckon
guess so.
Jordan will-
I guess so.
Oh, thank fuck. Lanyard, it's very important. Do not light it too early. Do not light it late. Just light it when you're given the signal. In 3
Sounds good. What's the
minutes.
signal?
Kev, do you have a signal?
Don't worry, I'll be
Out of
there with
character,
him.
This seems like a horrible
Oh my
idea.
god.
Where's Seren?
Wait Malachus is gonna try to put two and two together about Kev mentioning that one of the ladies somehow knew about this greasy dude, and the fact that we are missing Saren.
Well, Galen was the one who told Seren to change her clothes. Did we get Seren to dress up as a dancer?
Oh my! Oh no! Oh,
And as that-
please be with her.
As that realization hits, you hear the music start from outside inside the shrine on the other side of the stage. And as the curtains begin to pull and everybody's rushing to their places, that is where we're going to stop for tonight.
No,
Oh.
sorry, I didn't mean to click that. No. Don't do this to me, dude.
Well, I
In your
have
hands,
to.
You saw a to be continued coming.
Yeah, I have to adjust what I was going to do with this because this is just so much more fun. Okay?
Did we fucking sidetrack your shit again?
I don't care. This is going to be amazing.
You're welcome. And you have
I-
no idea what you're in for. Just letting
This
you
is-
know.
this
Ahead
is
of
gonna
time.
be
Spoiler
great.
alert.
I like this.
Oh,
Dumey
Sam,
has
I
like
got-
2 or 3 weeks to plan.
I do.
Saren, I'd like you to know I don't have shit to
That's
help
okay. I'm
you.
dexterous. I'm fine. Should be fine.
I think you're gonna have to do fucking performance shit.
Hawks is just gonna be watching this whole thing with snacks.
scripts and stuff and goes off scripts. It would be acrobatics and dexterity.
It would be performance and
It's
acrobatics.
a
It would be
show.
whatever the DM chooses it to be.
Yes, it
Oh
will.
shit, excuse
And
me.
it'll be so
I
much
forgot we
fun.
were still live.
Ah,
Erin is not impressed at being a
It's a good ending
last
match.
dancing priestess. She
you,
is displeased.
you chose the priestess outfit over the guard.
Yeah, but now she has to dance. Maddie thinks it's hilarious. Saren is on the fence about whether or not she loves this or hates this.
Oh.
Well,
All
at
right.
least look, now Lanyard gets to play with fire. He's excited. Thank fuck
gonna
we
go
called this
so
game time.
badly.
This could have gotten us kicked out of the fucking town. It could have gone so badly.
This is gonna be so good.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Sarah, you were like, oh, go find Malagos. Malagos doesn't have anything to help this man. I'm
All right.
out of those fucking spells.
But Kyrie's not.
Well, I would
Oh,
like to, before we get
thank
too
God,
far into
Kyrie.
conversations here, I'd like to thank our watchers for tonight. Make sure you follow us. Check us on the YouTube. Make sure you watch our Twitter for updates. Remember, tomorrow we have Okami with not Adventurers Anonymous, but the B group of that world. And we're going to be doing something holiday-esque that I am told. Also, keep in mind that Journeys in Djruthourhi will be off for the next 2 weeks. That is Christmas weekend and New Year's. I'm not sure if Adventures Anonymous will be playing. We'll probably announce that tomorrow, what the final verdict on that is. But, yeah, we hope everyone has a good holiday, no matter what you believe in or what you follow. And remember, guys, There's 20 sides to every story. Roll for yours. Have a good night.